So today I was hoping to have a little bit of fun getting into some more cards and things like that, because I have been missing my little card shop. It's like I'm pretty much about 200 days in. I've been expanding it a lot, and should probably remember to grab my controller, since I seem to be using a mix of controller and also the mouse. Yeah, I'm on day 209 now. So it should be fun. Wonder what cards I can get into this time. There's my stomach growling. Probably should have grabbed a snack beforehand. But it'll be fine. Maybe it'll cooperate. Loading in. Hopefully. But I've been loving this game, and I know I definitely need to get back into playing it some more. But it should be a lot of fun to get into all this. Let's see if I can turn the volume down just a little bit on the music itself. Let's see. If it'll cooperate with the controller this time. It just seemed a little loud today. There we go. At least I think it'll work. Should probably click that on and that for the day. I know a lot of what I've been doing so far has just been min-maxing some of the little things to some degree. Just trying to shove as many things as I can that can sell in with the available space. But should be interesting to try to keep up with it all. Okay, so we got one extra of those. Should probably queue up another one of those, but it'll be fine for now. I need to unlock more of the comics, so I can have this little corner for the comics. Okay, what do you want, my guy? Nah, we're good. White dice. Oh, hopefully someone's getting it. And I'm gonna need to order more of the red dice soon. Probably should have looked at what I needed to restock. Not. I'll take it. I have one, but that's a decent price. Let's see. How about straight 20? Nope. Okay. I can find where my mouse went off to. I don't know. It'll be fine. How about 22? Maybe. There we go. Pack machine. Oh, they had an update. Refills. I can tell someone to refill the scent machine. Pack and do the pack machine. Oh, that is awesome. They added new features. I love it when they do that. I really love it when they do that. I hear Mochi meowing. I forgot the door shut. Be right back, just a second. What is it, Mochi? Oh, you're chunky. Hi, fuzzy one. Cute little guy. I don't have the extra hands to pet you when I'm playing this game, though. You don't care. Okay, let's see. I need to get more of the pigs ordered, more of the little rock dudes. Let's see if I can get that. With Mochi being the Mo. Yeah, Mo. Yeah, Mo. Cutie pie. Go ahead and order that real quick. Let's see. What else we got? What? What, Mo? Cute little guy. Oh. Child. You're gonna have to sit. What? Headbutt me, huh? That's what it is. You just headbutt me. Oh god, we are out of those. Those are the popular item today. I see. Let's get some of those in real quick. Let's see, that Mafia Works one from that side. What, Mo? What? You're meowy today. Hi, Mo. Hi, cutie pie. You know these hands are for game playing, right? Not just petting you. Try telling him that. Okay, so I am going to need to get more of those. Stop order. Let's toss some of you in too on there because I spotted that. Some of you. A couple of you. Hi, Mom. You're helping. I am out of those. Holy crap. Okay, figurines. Okay. Two of those work, I guess. Come on, Mo. Let's go rescue the shelf. Oh, shit. Is licking going to help, Mom? Oh, that's a headbutt. Yes, we're supposed to go to the side, but please let me get to this side first. There we go, Mom. We got this. Yeah, my little fuzzy buddy. We got this. Yep, headbutts. Headbutting all the way, huh? Yep, more headbutts. All the headbutts, huh? Yeah, all the headbutts today. He's actually kind of making it slightly difficult to keep like my hand steady. Hey, Mom. Let's see. I'm gonna have to restock so much stuff. Okay. Hey, Mom. Hey, Mom. I need wireless stuff at some point with him. Hi, Mask. Nice to see you. Well, she's helping a lot with all the headbutts on my hand. Okay, I need to get some more of the bat plushies. Figurines. I always order like 2 of those. Fuzzy child. You're helping. Okay. You're helping? Hi. Hi there, Mo. Oh, we're circling. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Yeah. What do you guys want? Nah. Absolutely not. What do you want? Sure. What's the worst that could happen with that? Nope. Oh, you're there too. Okay, nah. I'm good. Should probably, before I do anything too wild, I'll pay all the bills. But yeah, they added new things to where I can do the refill, like, something, have them on pack machine duty, and all kinds of stuff. Not exactly to the point where, you know, I need the, like, pack machines going, but with, like, help from another guy, but, like... Okay, this white dice. Is there some on the shelf? There's still some on the shelf, at least. Okay. Definitely need to order some more of those. Queuing those up for now. What else do I need? Do we have any in the back? When it comes to this. Okay, I do have some in the back. Cool. People are just having a hard time keeping it all stocked up. Okay. Definitely will need to order more of those, but considering how late it is, I will probably just, you know, let it hold out where it's at. And then just restock the back in a minute. As long as I have something on the table. Okay, yeah, I need to order 2 more packs of that. Not you, but that one. Technically, probably 3. Another box of those. These stay either fully stocked or like there's nothing left usually. Another purple pack, another red. And a little purple and red on the fancy ones too. Definitely not a upgrade day. Definitely a restock day for me on this one. Definitely need to queue up more of those from that side. There we go. Those seem good enough. play mats for both of those. Might as well put 2 in. And just hope it'll cover it. If not, I can kick one of those back out. Okay, you're good, you're good. You are missing 3. So... But it is nice now I can, like, you know, automate the scent machines later. Whenever it gets to that point. I kind of like that. I have it just at the front to go ahead and deal with that however it goes. And I need to probably handle some of this checking out. Okay. Since they all want to pile that way. Okay, let's see. 18. 26. All the plushies. I'm sitting here looking at, you know, 173.01 just for like 3 plushies, but understandable. Let's see, 47, 45. There we go. What do you need, my guy? Tempting, but nah. Nah. We're not going there. Or the bat plushies though. 57. Those bat plushies go for 57. It's kind of wild. Because everything's set at market price. So it's not like, you know, something crazy fancy. Ooh. Let's see, will you do a straight 200 on that? Okay, that's fine. 220. There we go. What do you want? No, not really interested. Okay, there we go. For that. Hi, Spectral. Nice to see you. I couldn't resist the call of the Card Shop Simulator game. I wanted to play with the cards again. Okay. At least I've got some money to work with on restocking some of this. I'm just gonna go ahead and go with what I had ordered there and see what the heck I got up to on that. Looks like I've got, you know, 600 more to spend after that point. Because I didn't really know what I was going to need by the end of it. They bought so many of those. I guess that's the hot item right now. Okay. More of these guys. There we go. Definitely was going to need more of the white dice. Yeah, I might need another box of those just to fill some of those gaps that are getting larger there. this out too. Definitely jumped ahead getting some of the other stuff. The second trash can is a great idea, though. Okay, more white dice to go over here. And the box of these. Sometimes I wish these came in like larger cases, but it's okay. Just toss that down anywhere. I'm glad the customers don't seem to mind when I toss boxes down. Okay, another one of the bat ones. Make sure that those stay in stock for a little while. Another one for the box shelf. More legendary cards. Also more legendary cards. Yeah, that's not going as far as that part goes. See what else can I dig into. I might just hold on to it because I know I'm gonna need it the next day for some of those. Probably. Yeah, I'll just hold on to it beyond that point. Technically, I could probably get more there, at least on that one. But let's see. So got the legendary ones. Looks good enough there. Okay, so yeah, maybe I'll get one more of that purple. Before I set that there. How about pick up a handful for me, because it's been a minute since I've actually opened packs. So, might as well open up a couple of them. I figured it's probably nothing too fancy. Yeah, I'm definitely having fun with this file. Like, I'm definitely enjoying a lot of the new updates they've been adding. Yeah, I would probably be a lot higher on days, but like I've been like streaming this with like all the other games I've been oh, they've been adding some really good updates. They I noticed today they added it to where like your employees, you can have them set to doing the scent machines, keeping those up. And there's also one where you can tell them to handle the pack machines, where the machines that open for you and everything too. It's actually kind of neat. And yeah, I've been having fun with it on my playthrough. I didn't dig into any of the mods yet, but definitely been having fun with the base game for sure, at least on my main playthrough of it. Yeah, same. I wasn't planning on using them for that either, but I figured, you know, if I eventually get to the point of having so many extra cards, like, it might not be as bad of a thing. But I definitely leave them to the easy tasks for sure, for the most part. Because, like, that first guy, I have him just setting the prices, mostly. You know, I actually haven't messed with that part yet. Like, I really probably should mess with, like, giving them a secondary task and stuff, too. But they've been so busy with, like, the first task most of the time that they usually don't even get around to, like, a secondary task. Still. But I did shove all of the registers in a corner to kind of, like, keep them contained a little bit. So I kind of have a weird, like, customer alley. I would never do this, like, IRL because, like, everyone would be crowded and it would be terrible. But they don't seem to complain in the game, so... Yeah, and I've kind of got the whole wall of the scent machines going in. Because I got tired of it and kept adding extra ones. While I'm just, like, in the middle of trying to get the rest of my stuff, you know. There's a method to the madness and everything, because, like, I was trying to keep, you know, this typical plushies at the front door, because, you know, you always look into, like, the card shops, you see the plushie wall, like, right at the front and everything, and I've been staggering these, which, on the threes, I've been putting mostly the play mats. This is mostly a temporary spot for some of these, and these I have doubled down until I unlock the two that I was wanting to put in the bottom two, on like the little extra card protectors from that other thing. But yeah, I haven't quite got to the point of needing 4 registers yet, but I mean, you can see I've still got room to expand a good bit. But yeah, I've got, you know, the basic side of the packs, like, handled, like, right here. The boxes for it, I've been making use of the extra space under it because these are a pain to keep on the shelf. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to shove them on these bigger ones down here. And I'm going to get another one of these shelves for here when I start unlocking more of the boxes for the Destiny cards. And you can see where I'm kind of slowly filling it out because these were originally on the shelves like this because I knew I was going to need more of these along a back wall. So I've kind of got that there. I'm eventually going to have the other collector things there. I've got more room for some of the figurines here to kind of do like the little double shelf there. The comics, throwing in the back corner right here and everything. Like there's a method to the madness, at least. Yeah. Those little 1x3s are, like, really, really good for a lot of things. I just like the look of staggering it, because it kind of just, like, looks pretty nice visually. Even though I know that technically if I just did the 3s going down the whole way, it would be a lot better, technically. But there's so many things that are just, you know, 4 sections. So it's like, okay, yeah, all the dice, you know, all those kind of thing. So it's kind of keeping it interesting versus just like solely like min-maxing things a good bit. But I kind of grew up like working in my parents' firework business, so like I'm using some of the stuff that I knew from like that kind of thing on just, you know, where you put stuff, how you put stuff, that kind of thing. And I've been trying to give myself a rule of, you know, while I could probably get away with charging more, I've been trying to keep everything at market value, and I just get where I get when I get there kind of thing. And I've gotten to the point, like, in the beginning I was doing a lot to where I had 2 of the card tables and stuff, but now I've gotten to the point I'm keeping up with so much of the regular stock that I only bring the card tables out when I have cards to grade, and the graded cards I put at 10% above market price because those get me some of the good upgrades. So that's the only thing I've allowed myself an exception on. Pretty much. Like, it's not exactly where I want it to be at the moment, but I'm kind of trying to have some elements of like where I want it to be in time. Oh, definitely. Because at some point, I'm definitely going to like dig into using the scanner and stuff like that, because that looks like it's going to be a lot of fun to mess with. But like I've been trying to avoid spoilers on how it works exactly, because I kind of want to like dig around and tinker with it and everything. But like, yeah, this back here is mostly just leaving for like the stock and stuff like that for now, for sure. But I've just been, you know, only expanding it when I need the space to kind of save money, because like you have to pay rent on it. So it's like, okay, why would I make it, you know, more expensive for myself? Yeah. Honestly, inventory management is so much fun with a lot of stuff like this. Yeah. I think most people end up using the second store space for that. There was a brief time when I was rearranging some stuff that I had a couple card tables shoved over here in the closet. The customers didn't like that near as much, but like I was needing some space before I could get like, you know, the 3rd register in. And was kind of struggling on that for a little bit. I was like, okay, this is temporary. It's gonna look better in time, kind of. But yeah, I've got the 3 cashiers, and I've got, let's see, on my recruit list, I've got a lot of the beginning people. Like, I'm up to, you know, that chick and everything on figuring out, you know, who's doing whatever. Yeah, I mean, if it works for some people, it works. It's just like in my head, like it's really difficult. Cause like at one point in time, I had considered having all of the card sales on one side and like the gaming tables on the other side, and just like the stock on like the very back wall and everything. Cause like I would have had like, if I would have done the card tables over there, I would have had the storage boxes along the back wall. If this goes back further, you know. But then again, I am used to my parents' fireworks stands, which my dad had a really cool design on how he laid out the shop. Because, you know, a lot of firework tents, like, you know, because, like, it was the tent style where we lived. You know, a lot of them, they put the tables out on the outer edge. But it rains a lot, like, where we were. You don't want the thing that can't get wet right against where the wet is, basically. So, because like some would have the tables on the outside and let people walk in the middle, but then you're fighting over the guests to try to like, you know, restock stuff. So my dad pushed the tables in and had a ring. All the stock was on the inside, all the workers were on the inside, but like there was like a back wall of like tables for like some of the big stuff here and there, because he had to keep expanding because he had over 1,000 different items in a 40 by 80 tent. So we had this ring that we were inside, you know, the 2 registers at the front, and we had the big boxes and like under the table where all our boxes were and everything like that. So they did see the stock area, but you know, they weren't tripping over the boxes, we weren't tripping over the people, and like, geez, like, we sold a lot of fireworks. Like, we went through tons of fireworks, like, whenever I was helping back then, and everything. I honestly, because of growing up with the fireworks zones, I do not shoot fireworks. I heard too many horrifying stories of things going wrong as a kid. But, like, I still loved the, inventory management side of it, because there was, like, 37 pages of a printed out spreadsheet for inventory management, in which, like, you know, it had, like, the little 500-gram cakes, the fountains, all the different little things like that, and when we put them on the table, we had them sorted all by, and when we had the tables, we had all of like the sections sorted by price, like low to high, so like anyone could like grab the easy stuff that they needed to, and like just it was if you like organization on some of this stuff, like it was really great for that. But I'll try to remember that. I'm not always the best at names, but I'll try to remember Mega on that one. Yeah. Honestly, I kind of like how you've got that set up. It's kind of neat. It's different. I like different sometimes. I should probably stop yapping about how I'm setting up my shop. I can kind of see it. Like, now that you mention it, I can kind of see it. But yeah, I should probably stop yapping about my shop and actually, like, get to, like, the next day and expanding my shop a bit more. Not sure if I'm gonna catch up with day 600, but that sounds fun though. Oh yeah, like if I have something for like a good conversation, I will 100% get distracted, derailed in all of the best ways. But hey, at least I'm getting up to, you know, 138 visitors, 87 checked out, like, you know, it's getting pretty decent, it's getting pretty crowded in my little shop. My little shop's not so little anymore, so it's pretty great. That's awesome. Yeah, definitely understandable in some of that. But at least they do seem to be expanding, like, some stuff and, like, some of the mechanics and things like that in it. So maybe they'll add more stuff. But yeah, I've got these 3 guys on the registers and stuff. I still love how that takes care of like 95% of like all of the problem with those people. Oh, absolutely. You can see I definitely left plenty of room for it to grow, for sure. And that's the funny thing, is I keep having a glitch where someone gets stuck. Like, that's one funny thing to me, is like I keep getting people that get stuck over there. Absolutely. I like that it lets you kind of view ahead on some of that. swear, those bat plushies never stay in stock. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of have mine set to where I wasn't counting super closely with how much is there, but I was just trying to like get a vague idea to kind of wing it pretty much to where it was expandable. Which is why you saw the pattern of like, you know, the 3, 4, 3, 4 kind of thing. Yeah, like it works and it makes sense to put like these in like the little 2x2 since, you know, there's 4 of them. It's kind of hard to like shove them in the 3x3 because like, you know, like all of mine is always red, green, blue, yellow, red, green, blue, yellow on some of that because I kind of like that. But this is definitely in a temporary spot until I figure out where I'm putting them on these two because it's probably going to be more play mats in time. Okay, what does this guy want? Tempting, but I know he's wanting more than the actual value. Let's see if this is a bad idea. Maybe, maybe not. We'll figure it out. Yep, I need to go ahead and order those. They never let them stay in stock, I swear. Like, I'm okay with this, but it's like, come on guys. I need at least a couple on the shelf. There we go. Okay, probably 2 boxes of those queued up. What am I getting into now? It's always hard to decide, you know, do I restock some of those ends or do I push forward with getting that? It's because I kept selling out, so I was just like, you know what? I'm leaving it there to kind of keep the overstock sellable versus having them shoved in a back corner somewhere. Because like some things I will strategically overstock visibly and everything like that just to make some of the other stuff a little bit easier on me. Because you don't want to be running around to the back room like every 5 seconds for every single item and everything. I have 3 people stocking. I have 3 people stocking. And they're still not keeping up with it completely. Yeah. Yeah. I've got 3 on stocking. They're also like the lower ones because I was like going to eventually hire everyone, but yeah, no, like this guy's one of the guys stocking too and everything like that. Because like I still have all the beginning people and everything like that when it comes to them. Yeah. I'm, you know, 3 people on cashier, and I'm pretty sure I have 3 people stocking. Yeah, I have this guy by himself setting prices because sometimes in the middle of the day he'll run back in and set prices on some more stuff. But yeah, no, this guy, his only job is to set prices. Like, the guy that's like the slowest guy in the very beginning, I just have him on setting prices all day. But the thing is, he's good at setting prices, though. He would be the guy to set on either, like, the cent machine and setting prices and stuff. Like, he's really good at that. Like, I found the one thing he's good at. Like, I don't care how bad someone is at working, I will find something that they can do well. And he is good at setting prices. Because, like, people are... Basically, but, like, he's good at it. You know, I'll give him that. He's good at it. But yeah, I when it comes to like secondary task or whatever, I'd probably have him set on like the cent machines and stuff too. Speaking of which, let's see. Can't remember like yeah, secondary task on that one. There we go. But yeah. He does his little stuff from time to time. Let's see, there's blue packs. Yeah. I try to keep some of the backs stocked, but sometimes like I will like let it go for part of the day. Just depends on like how much I have available at the time. Extra. You know, that is actually a good idea. I might actually look into doing that. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely one, did I... These bats. I swear. Hold on. Nah. Those bats are staying in stock today, I swear. Of course he's sitting outside again, but hey, it's fine. Those bats are giving me trouble. Yeah, and the thing is, they're not cheap either. They're not cheap. They're currently at 57 right now. And they are flying off the shelves. Hi, Cybertech. Nice to see you. You can stay right there, folks. Okay, those plushies are also selling. I will just queue it up for the moment for whenever I do another order. Let's see. Anything in dire need of stuff? Yeah. That makes sense. Because you probably make more money and you probably push like through less product. Let's see. 375. Okay, fine. 390. You know what? Nah. Aw. Hate to see that you're sick. Yeah. I usually do that, but when I can see like they're wanting over market price like the whole time, it's like, okay, at a certain point I'm just like, I'm not even dealing with this. I am not paying over market price for this. That's usually how I go with it. So but the thing is, I've noticed like the little trend of like, if it's slightly under, you can lowball them really well. if they're wanting way over, sometimes it's not even worth it, just straight up decline. Or like if I'm not quite interested in the card, I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna have it like fill an empty spot in a shelf forever. And one fun thing I do when I have like all this extra space is sometimes when I've been opening a lot of like packs and stuff, I will just get the little like packs you make and everything like that and fill all of the gaps with those. But I hope you feel better soon, Cyber. And yeah, I know how those work parties go sometime, like... Oh, definitely. I know how some of those work parties go, Cyber. I've got one to go to, Wednesday, I think. With my partner. He's got this whole thing he's got to do. I'm just gonna order the big pack of those boxes. Wasn't wanting to switch over for a second there. Good enough. Should probably actually, yeah, I'll order another one or two of those just to make sure that stays in stock. I know I lose a little bit on that shipping fee if I don't order it as like some big order, but it's fine sometimes. Okay, well, you know, totally take the last one. That was on the shelf right as I'm going to look at it. Okay, that's fine too. Okay, let's see. Mafia works. Yeah. You should see the karaoke at the office Christmas party at my partner's job. It's pretty interesting because like he works for a company that he's basically an AV tech lead, and they do like all kinds of concerts and stuff like that. So half the people doing karaoke, you sit there and think, my dude, you're on the wrong side of the mic on this. Pretty much. But it's a lot of fun. They're all good people. Oh, wow. Okay, that totally reminds me of one year, this one guy was really good at solving Rubik's Cubes, and the big boss said if he can solve it in under a certain time, there would be a 1-hour open bar on the company tab. And people were getting whole bottles of wine to their table. And everything. The second they said that. Entire bottles of wine to the table. Thankfully it was cheap wine, because that could have gotten expensive fast if we were at the wrong place. So like most of the bottles were like, you know, $15, $20. So thankfully it wasn't too bad on their wallets. But I was definitely amused as hell that their first thought was like, okay, I'm getting, like, I even got, you know, a glass of, like, wine or two there, but there are people, like, going whole bottles. I was like, okay, well, I guess we're really taking advantage of this. But everyone had fun, so I guess that's what matters in the end. I remember right, that was the year that I got dragged in to karaoke, and they didn't even turn my mic on and everything like that. Like, everyone else's, their mics were on, but mine, you know, didn't have a button, nothing on it. They didn't turn mine on. But I wasn't, like, the only one in, like, the group that was singing on the song that was playing. But I still remember they did not turn my mic on. I guess they were worried I was going to be really bad at it or something, as tipsy as I was at the time. Though I don't think it was that bad. I had only had, like, you know, a glass of wine or two. Should probably pay the bills for the day on the game. So I know what I'm working with at least. Let's see. We got, don't get stuck on everything. Definitely need to order some more of the red dice. I'm assuming the white dice needs a little help too. Okay. Then there's the black dice. Those boxes. We're pretty much all clear there. So, let's see. And green. I think that was the one I needed two of. And two of that one. me is thinking of just leaving that for the next day. I can sit outside overnight, right? Let's see. What else can I get into? I don't like leaving them out overnight. I probably could, but it's bugging me. Gotta bring them inside. And definitely at some point, when I actually, you know, have more funds in the game, I'm going to really get into some of the decorating stuff later. But for now, you know, basic walls and everything, it's fine enough. I'll worry about the fancy stuff later. There we go. There's a couple of things I need to like double check that I've got more of, and I'm probably gonna have to buy more of those soon. But for now, seems, you know, stocked enough on a lot of this. I do need to queue up more of those. Not that one. Two of those there. Good enough, I think. Perhaps. Just had to check something real quick. There we go. That's good, that's good, that's good enough. Oh, there comes everybody. There we go. Did I have anything sent off grading? I did. It probably wasn't a full order, but it's probably something at least. Because, like, speaking of grading, let's see where I can put it. I'm still thinking of getting this actual card graded when it comes to, like, you know, full-on stuff. I feel like that might be a pretty good one. Because, like, I know, you know, ungraded, this card's like a $300 card. But I've got a few cool ones here and there. Like, cause I have the Generations, like, Flareon too, with all the little hearts and everything. And one of the Dark Sandslash, the EX Team Rocket Returns ones. It's a pretty little holo. Yeah, like that guy, he wants 46 on a $38 card, and he's probably not gonna come down to any point that I feel comfortable buying it. So might as well tell him, you know, back up and move on. It's not the one I was needing. It was that one. Still need to get the license for those guys. You know what? I might actually leave those purple boxes there and put that game there, the other game at the bottom one. That might be an option for me. Potentially. Oh, that game. Okay. That game sold out. Might as well handle that one. I swear, some of these people, like, I could hand you a case. I could hand you a case, it would be easier. Wait, do I have an extra box with some of those? Yeah. There we go. Cue those up real quick. Let's see. One of those. One of these days I need to, you know, actually get some of those going. Comics seem to be okay in stock. You tempting. How about that? Maybe? They got me on that expensive card by offering a good deal. What does this guy want? Nah, I'm good. Might need to get more of those little stars. I'll just queue it up for the next run. Not really interested. Well, I mean, a couple of those started to sell a little bit. But restock shelf is a secondary task. Let him help on that. Because I can get the scent thing myself pretty well. It's a good thing I was on that. Works. That worked perfectly, at least. I'll just rate $9. There we go. Okay. Wish I could tell them prioritize stuff with low stock, but it's okay. $6,000 card. I don't have $6,000 card money, nor $6,000 cards. They have so much faith in me having stuff. You know what? Sure. Why not? Blue deck boxes. You know, when I said I didn't have $6,000 card money, I didn't mean I had $3,000 card money too. And plus you're already wanting more than market price. Like, I don't even know if I want to argue with that guy. Green gay. So, playmat. I got 500 to work with so far. What all you need? Oh yeah, there's that. Well, I mean, I don't remember telling them to fill in the gaps on any of them, but someone did. It's fine, I guess. I can always fix it later if I wanted to. If it was that important for me. Yeah, understandable why that's it. Really now? Okay. At least 2 of those. And let's see, 2 boxes of that, 1 box of the other. Might as well get another one of those collectors. The collector boxes. Those are good. You're good, you're good. Looks like I need help on the register since the other ones wanted to dip out since it's 9 p.m. Those bat plushies though. They have exact change. Okay, there we go. What do you need, my guy? Nope. They're still trying their best to, you know, rid me of my little plushies there. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. 3 down, 3 down, 1 down there. Might have to do that one guy, secondary task. Sent stuff again. Hi Al, nice to see you. They've done some more quality of life updates on this, like to where, you know, secondary tasks are amazing for the employees, and there's like some other little quality of life stuff they've done, and I'm loving it. And they actually added it, like they actually added like a couple more like tasks that you can set like your employees to, because you can now have them put the cards in the machine to rip packs for you. Not that I would trust my employees to do that. It is kind of neat. That's wrong, but I almost laughed. That is totally wrong as a joke. That's dark. But trying not to laugh. But welcome in. Okay, what did I shove to be ordered? Collection books. Ah, yes. I don't know if I need another one of those. I think we're actually good on those. I might need to do 2 of the epics, though. Probably blue, the rare, and whatever. Okay. I love, like, great bad jokes. I literally have an entire, like, dad joke book or few in my, library shelves. But yeah. I'm a sucker for really great bad jokes. I don't really know how many, like, good or bad jokes are in some of it. Let's see. Like, some of them, like, they're not the kind of jokes that, like, you'd be able to, like, say out loud, because it's, like, involving spelling on some of it. But it's great for a book. I tried to skim through and see if there was something really good, but it's just like I didn't really see any of like the better jokes in it. Okay, let's see. What was I needing to order again? Let's see. Black dice. Let's see there. Probably one of those. One of those. The red ones on sleeves. Let's see. Blue set on those packs. I've already gone through that whole red box. You know, that's a good question. That's a good question. Like, honestly, I don't know. I don't even know at that point. I'm probably gonna have to cut some of that back a little bit real quick. I forgot I had an extra one of those shoved right there. So I do have extra of the red packs. Kind of winging in a lot of this. Probably gonna have to make sure I have another one of those blue ones, like, at least saved on there. I definitely need to put a little more love into like the Destiny pack side of things. They are definitely more expensive to keep up with. I do need to put more of those out on these little guys. Okay. 143 customers visiting. This is that going for me. I guess this guy just slept overnight there. Okay. Come on back in, I guess. I suppose, my dude. He walked outside my store when I opened. Did I accidentally lock a person in here or something overnight? He's not like he's a man of many words. Okay. On to the things. That dude with the camo pants is really helpful in stocking stuff. How about I have you do do that as a secondary task, just to kind of, you know, whatever you see it. Let's see. Absolutely not. Let's see. Blue deck boxes. Tempting. Let me think about it. They don't really have the money to do that just yet, but I wonder if I can get away with like 800. We'll see if he lets me get away with 800 on it. Whenever I get up to 800 for the day. And if 800's too low, I will just, you know, up that amount a little bit. Okay. About 850. Okay. 900. 920. Damn. I should have done like 930. Almost got it. That's fine. That's totally fine. I was just seeing if I could get a hold of it for cheap. Yeah, I didn't need that one quite so much on that second one. There we go. Oh, I'm out of those. Okay, not you, but you. If I don't get stuck. Very good. You could use a little bit. Whenever I order there again. Why can't you get that? It's because I don't have it. I have not unlocked that one yet, my dude. What do we got on there? Okay, yeah. Sure, why not? Green deck boxes. Oh, I don't have enough money to do that one yet. Okay, fine. Give me like 2 seconds on that. There we go. Okay, you want a little more than that? Okay, so 5, 1. Okay, fine. 5, 2, oh. There we go. I was gonna get that one. I was determined to. No. Oh. What do you want? Okay, you're selling that one. 70? There we go. Those bat plushies keep selling like all hell. Okay, blue deck boxes too right now. Definitely gonna need to order more of those. They are flying off the shelves today. Am I out of boxes for that one? Or are you holding a box for that one? Okay, you were holding a box. That's fine. Definitely fine. How is that one looking? Okay, yeah, you could use a box too. Not you. You. There we go. Back to the shelves with you. More purple. might need to, but we'll see that when we see it. For now, I'm going to... 2 of you. Oh. More of you. Yeah, it's a premium. That's going to take 10,000 right there. That'd be fine though. Deal with that at another point in time. 4. Covered that. 5th one to cover backside of that. And maybe. And I'll just deal with whatever else as it comes. Some of these, they're definitely going to need some restocks, but I want to get that a little bit further out. Some of that. Good thing I'm restocking that shelf. It's like, oh, I heard you're restocking the shelf, you know. We'll see about that. What do you want, my guy? No, I'm good. Keeping it until I see. Plushies. It's always the bat plushies. Yellow for those. Figurines, these guys. And I think it was that guy. Yep. Cool, cool. And you are... Okay, yeah, the protection ones. Books 1 and 3 for the comics. Might see what I can do there. Yeah, I knew that might be a little much on that last one. I did pay the bills for the day, right? Yeah, I was about to say, that's a lot for, you know, the bills. I'm gonna take the volume 3 one off. Let it be just that. And I'll hold over the 100 for the next day. There's probably some other stuff I probably could have gotten. Probably could have pushed forward, like getting something new. Right now, my concern is filling up the gaps in what I already have. Ah, someone left a box with those. So I did end up ordering more than I needed because someone left a box laying around. That's fine. It'll sell eventually. Yep, there's the other box for that. I would make it go to the next day and have like my employees do that, but I don't want more stuff to sell before I can, you know, get back ahead on some of the stocking and things like that. Some of the stuff sells a little fast. probably check where you're at. Yeah. So I got that mostly settled, so I could expand that one later. That's settled again. Looks like we're all sorted out for these guys, so that works for me. That side's good. There we go. All stocked up. And you guys, of course. And I've got a little bit of extra cash in that. Okay, so you could use one, you're good. Might as well grab two of them. I'll just leave that box right there. It'll be fine. Again, saving it right there. I know I only did like a couple days on this stream, but I just wanted to go in, play a little bit, and everything like that. Cause like I know this is just like a bonus stream for me, versus like my main days. I should be live tomorrow if I'm feeling up to it, and Thursday should be more Dragon Quest monsters. But I feel like I'm gonna like go ahead and call it here and everything, so I can go like rest up a little bit more, because I'm still recovering from a couple trips. Like I'm disabled, occasionally use like a cane with me having Ehlers-Danlos. So when I go on a trip, like, you know, the 8.5 hour drive to my partner's like parents' house, like for Thanksgiving and stuff, like I'm still kind of recovering because like a couple weeks before that, I had my best friend up and we went to a theme park and all kinds of stuff. And it's a 5 hour drive to go get him and then 5 hours back. So that twice, plus the 8.5 hours twice, plus when I was at my partner's like family Thanksgiving, we drove another 4 hours to go visit some of his other family members, and all that riding in the car and everything kind of upset my baseline as far as like some of my health stuff. So I've been unfortunately having to cancel some streams here and there, like when my health is just like, nope, you're not getting downstairs, you are not getting to the computer, even though one of my favorite things is just hanging out with everybody. So I'm trying to take it easy as I can, and you know, I got 2 hours in on this. I think that's a pretty good, you know, bonus stream right there as far as everything goes. And I'm probably not going to do a raid this time. I'm probably just gonna, like, you know, grab me something for lunch and, like, probably honestly go take a nap or something. Or at least go rest up a little bit more, because I can feel my back kind of pulling a little bit. And I don't want to push it, like, too hard trying to stay alive and everything. As much as I love hanging out with everybody. But I hope everyone has a really wonderful day, and I hope to see you all in the next one.